chapel was originally built in 1880. It was the second building constructed on our campus, and it was then extended in the 1920s.
We had a very unusual brief for the project. It's not a brief I'd ever had before. It was to create a jewel in the middle of the campus. And in looking for precedents for that brief, we came across these medieval reliquary boxes, which was a small casket, often with a pitched roof. And they resembled a small building. And they were designed to contain very sort of sacred things. And they often had a very ornate surface with this very intricate tracery on the outside, often in gold. And that seemed quite an exciting way to imagine how we could create this very small building on the north side of the chapel. Light is something that's very important in baptism, and we were quite intrigued by using light in thinking about the design for the font. So one of the early decisions was to have a very reflective basin. The other aspect to the font was the choice of a stone. The client was very keen to use a local stone, and of course local to us is Purbeck limestone, which has been used traditionally in churches for centuries. The altar's made from the same stone as the font, Purbeck limestone, and again the brief that the client gave us was that they really wanted an altar which was very much embedded into the existing building. The surface was really important to us, and we wanted to have something that was diaphanous and that had a transparency to it, because it would allow us to use coloured glass internally and then experiment with how that would shine through the surface so that the building could actually change its character in the evening, and it could be a very different appearance.
I'm absolutely delighted with the outcome. It was a very, very bold vision, I think, on the part of the architects to do what they did. And I think everyone has been enormously impressed with the final result.